No clickbait, no sponsors, just video games. Okay, so the game is going to go live in a couple minutes if you ordered one of the more expensive versions. Here's all the different times depending on where you live. So yeah, and it'll be June 5th for the regular copy of the game, also depending on where you live. So while we wait, I'm gonna go over a couple things. So right now, there's some controversy with the shop and the prices. All the top-rated comments on Reddit seem to not like it. All the way up to $28. So my thoughts on it. Let's see here. Yeah, $28 for one set. So yeah, if it didn't work, they wouldn't do it, obviously. So a lot of people aren't happy with it. But like I said, if it wasn't successful, they wouldn't do it. Now, if we go back like 20 years, Horse Armor in Elder Scrolls, back then they were charging, let's see, I think it was, yeah, $2.50 here. And their reasoning for choosing that was because a theme costs 150 points, cameo thing 200, yada 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 yada. So basically, they see what's acceptable or what people think are acceptable, and that's what they choose. And it looks like they've settled for $28 about 20 years later, 16 years later, or so. Yeah, most people aren't very happy with it. I mean, I agree with this right here. My limit is right around 0 as well. But I will say I was looking forward to... So in other games with the Battle Pass, once you buy the Battle Pass, you can then purchase all future Battle Passes with that Battle Pass. Now, I wish I knew this before I purchased the more expensive edition, because if I knew that I wouldn't be able to do that, I would have bought the cheaper edition and waited the couple extra days. So here we have Rod Ferguson responding to this. Will the in-game currency be able to buy the next Battle Pass? So there will be currency, but you will only be able to reduce the cost and not enough to fully buy it outright. So if I knew that, I would have bought the cheaper version of the game for sure. Because I just don't find it to be worth it. Overall, the reviews are overwhelmingly positive, which I agree with for the most part. There's a couple things that need to be improved. I wish that they had rune words. A couple of the dungeons were repetitive, and we'll see how endgame ends up playing out. But for the most part, all the reviews came out positive, which I, for the most part, agree. So it looks like the game should be live now. Go ahead and take a look if it's ready. Oh, queued for login. Okay, so we have a couple minutes left. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, they tested this out with the horse armor 20 years ago, just to see if they could basically get away with this kind of stuff. And, you know, we all told each other, vote with your wallets. Don't just don't just buy this stuff. And apparently people did vote with their wallets, and they bought their $2.50 horse armor. Now we're up to the $28 for one set. Now they're not all $28, but $28 is pretty high for one set of armor. And like I said, if the Battle Pass would unlock all future Battle Passes, I wouldn't have had a problem with buying that one Battle Pass. But now that I know that it won't fully buy the next Battle Pass, I kind of have buyer's remorse about buying the more expensive copy. I could easily wait a couple days to play the game. Alright, so it looks like we're up to 1 minute left, which isn't too bad considering during the beta I was waiting up to an hour longer. If anybody wants to join, I put my BattleNet tag in chat. Go ahead and add me. Always looking for more people to play with. Hopefully launch goes smoothly. I gotta say, 3 minutes. Not too bad. One thing that I did have an issue with, since I play in Ultrawide, I was having some performance issues, a couple frame drops during the server slam. It wasn't too bad for the most part. The FPS was pretty smooth, but you know, everyone was saying that the FPS was really good. But it seemed like a couple people besides myself were complaining that Ultrawide was getting some hiccups with the frame rate. This is a long minute. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start off with a Necromancer. Yeah. I have a feeling I'm gonna have some buyer's remorse. Not just with the Battle Pass. But like I was saying, with all the other battle passes, when you complete it, you'd get currency, be able to buy the next one. So technically you'd only have to buy the one battle pass, and then you could buy every battle pass from then on. Which, like, I don't really like battle passes, but for a game like Diablo 4, where I definitely plan on spending a lot of time, I wouldn't mind spending that one time battle pass and then be able to earn it over and over and over. So I'm not exactly thrilled that they decided to change that. Pretty sure this is the first game that they're doing that with, where you cannot buy the next battle pass. with the included currency from the current Battle Pass. I'm not too happy about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Necromancer, I think. Uh-oh. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. It looks like we're going to be having some launch issues. Oh, here we go. I'm going to just take... Sure, we'll take this guy. Hop into the game. Just to beat the story mode, I'm going to go with World Tier 1. Since it doesn't really matter, just to beat the game.
Sanctuary was never meant for humankind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was, and Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
Have to adjust the volume. It's still a little bit choppy at times. Strange. Alright, let's... Hopefully they'll optimize it a little bit better. Why would you limit cutscene FPS? Doesn't make any sense to me. No. So it's already on DLSS and it's kind of choppy. That's not good. Also,
Another
there was
abandoned town.
another driver update for NVIDIA cards. I installed that. Still a little bit choppy on ultra-wide screens. So it looks like skeletons are still kind of weak. They were overpowered in the original beta. Then they nerfed them a lot for the server slam. Looks like they're still struggling a little bit. The mini-map is still tiny, almost useless. Have to open it because it's so far zoomed in. Oh, that's right. You'd think with the amount of times I've already beat this little part here that I would remember what to do.
What's it to you?
Oswin, hush! I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time. Come.
Alright, we've already seen this part a few thousand times.
There is evil staring at the ruins to the north. That poor monk back there must have gone inside. Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw. Could you protect us from whatever is out there? We have nowhere else to turn.
Evil is gathering strength in those ruins. I will bring...
I will say overall, you know, 4 or 5 minutes waiting in a queue, not too bad on launch day. Okay, one thing that I would suggest is in the options menu, the expanded tooltips. Let's see here. I like screen shake. That's it. Advanced tooltip compare and advanced tooltip information. That is definitely, for me, preferred. And I'll show you why in a second. I always like having the monster health bars on. Okay, so with the extended tooltips, well, there's nothing really to compare here, but it'll give you a plus and minus of all the different bonuses. Anything you're going to lose, you'll get a red minus. Anything you're going to gain, you'll get a green. So it helps to compare some of the items a little bit better, instead of just damage go up, damage go down. For a game that claims to not have any loading screens, I sure do see a lot of loading screens. Hopefully that's only in the early parts. They were saying that you can go across the entire open world without a loading screen. I'm hoping that's true. Oh, that's right, I already leveled up. Yeah, there's like a delay every time I open the menu and try to switch to anything. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yes, usable corpse. That's what I prefer. I'm gonna end up taking corpse explosion at some point. Another skill that I liked was bone spear. Hopefully they didn't nerf that as well. I believe that was the heaviest hitting in that group.
Demons.
Wait. Might as well just boost the damage for now. Get this bone spear. So until you get a skill that can use the corpses, it's almost useless towards the beginning. It's almost like, I don't know, I kind of like that you can't grab items off the ground while there's enemies there, but it feels weird at first. Alright, so now once I put these on, if I were to compare that with another glove, it would show me red that I was going to lose that plus the critical strike. Like right there. And sometimes I've found that I'd rather have certain affixes other than a little bit of extra damage. I mean, depending, obviously. If it's going to do a lot more damage, then a lot of the affixes don't really matter. Surprised that it doesn't automatically equip anything that you pick up if you don't have anything in that slot. I was pretty sure that it did that during the beta. Could be wrong. A lot of people were complaining that it was too zoomed in, and even with an ultra-wide monitor, I still kind of feel like it's a little too zoomed in. I wonder if that's part of the reason why they decided just because people had ultra-wide monitors. I'm hitting the wrong button every time. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this mini-map is pretty much useless, because by the time you get to the corner where you see that there's nothing around the corner, it's already too late. You have to almost open the map to see. I wish there was some kind of overlay or maybe a zoom out function for the mini-map. I like having it in the corner, but having it that small is almost pointless. I find myself having to open up the bigger map, especially in the overworld. Seems like they designed it to make it so that you reach dead ends a lot more frequently. A little bit choppy there as well. Wow. Took out my skeletons pretty easily. It seems like they're still kind of nerfed. And it's on World Tier 1, so World Tier 2, they'd probably be getting annihilated right now. Not that it's difficult or anything, but just in comparison. I'm assuming they wouldn't be surviving at all on World Tier 2. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. It kind of gives you red and green telling you what you're going to gain, what you're going to lose. So always make sure that I turn that option on.
You've returned.
The old ruins are clear.
Lost souls! All of you!
Yeah, so if you have an ultra-wide monitor, it looks like the FPS is still not quite stable. Stable for the most part, but every once in a while you get some frame hitches, frame drops.
That was all of them. Light willing.
And that's with DLSS turned on.
Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and...
Another thing I noticed was it was more the snowy areas that I'd get the frame hitches. Also in town.
Blood petals. Like the ones I was fed. Is this real?
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet, you stray from it at every opportunity. You drink and gamble. You covet and steal. Shameful.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. Break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be beautiful in sin.
Resist! Resist her temptation! Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world. They have awakened, Mother.
The first of many. Go to the dry steps and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
So the cutscenes were
Thank the light.
locked at 30 frames during the beta, and I wondered why. Now I'm starting to see why. I was getting frames all over the place. Between 100 all the way down to 20 during that cutscene there. So it looks like they're still having some optimization issues. Yeah, might as well, right? More damage is always better.
You collapsed inside. I thought the darkness had swallowed.
So we need another 3 points before I can get Corpse Explosion. No Bone Spear is really good during the beta. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some frame rate issues. My setup, I should be able to run this without DLSS at all. Just curious. Obviously still having frame issues. The game isn't quite optimized. I hate that I'd have to put that on, but let's try it out. Does seem to be running smoother. Might have to just put that on for now. Yeah, this is what I mean by the minimap being completely worthless, because now I have to open it up to see that this is a dead end. It almost seems like they designed it that way, so it looks like I have to go north. Which I do, but this is a dead end, so I will grab this shrine over here. Was hoping for some better performance after the beta. A little bit disappointed by that.
Is anyone here? What are you hiding back here?
That's
I will say
quite
the
the
cutscenes
story.
do look good.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is. Why did I have that vision?
Thank those friendly.
Right, I've seen these cutscenes a few times, so I'm gonna skip them for now.
Forward. This close to the city. The seed is spreading.
Don't need strength. I'd rather have critical.
The Angel in Arius. Let's not linger. Kiobashad lies just ahead.
Overall, I would definitely recommend the game.
We have no time for this. To enter Kiobashad, you must...
Take a piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine and inscribe it with the seal.
Fear.
Then
Performance
cast
issues
it
aren't
into
too
the
terrible,
brazier. As the fire burns the
and
wood,
most people don't play
so
in
too
Ultrawide.
the light burn away your sin. Good. You must feel.
Sure, they'll fix it very shortly. But after all these betas, you'd think that it would be a little bit better by now.
So, what did you write on that piece of wood? Something about fear or cowardice? But I'm off to the dry steps, since it matters little.
My CPU usage is higher in this game than any other game that I own.
Eyes.
That's surprising.
This poor thing is practically crow bait.
Ah, so the old man... Wait. The old man sold me this too. Said he didn't need it anymore, but I think he'd want it back all the same.
Apologies. Sometimes our paths in life are set to collide. We just don't know it.
And it froze up. Huh. Okay, there we go. Looks like we got some people here. It looks like different factions. Yeah, still getting some frame hitches here. Mess with that later. Yeah, it's disappointing. Still getting some performance issues.
Can I help you?
That minimap is completely useless, even when I know where to go. It's just so zoomed in.
Born in sin, children of darkness. But the Father's light can be sought through penitence and faith. Walk in
I
the
can't
light.
stand this looking like this. looks like my frame rate went up. That's interesting.
We must be ever vigilant against sin, brother.
Yes, Reverend Mother.
Let the light of Inarius burn away wickedness. Let not temptation lead you from his holy radiance. Let Here, take the knight's report before you go.
Yeah, my frame rate went up.
Reverend Mother,
Okay.
I received a report of a potential demon sighting. A horned woman near Yelesna Mines. Performed routine inspection, nothing yet. Sent in priest and escort of knights. We'll report in when we find something.
Keep seeing like that purple screen pop up. Might have to pause it to see what's going on there. Or rewind it and see what that is. Yeah, so long story short, looks like I'm still getting some performance issues, but that's because I'm playing an Ultrawide, I assume. I remember the last server slam, people were saying that the performance was really good, but they were all playing on normal screens. So I just assumed that it was because I was on Ultrawide that I was getting some hiccups, some frame drops. I mean, overall, game still feels pretty good. Still feels like it did during the beta, except for the minor performance issues that I'm having. I'd still recommend it for sure. Like I said, there's a couple things missing. The repetitive dungeons, I wish that they had rune words. Hopefully they add that in the future. But we'll see. They claim that it's not possible to add rune words, but if they really wanted to, they could add whatever they wanted to. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. My CPU usage is a little concerning. I have way more demanding games that use half as much CPU, which is strange. But like I said, overall, I would recommend it. And again, I would recommend the cheaper version. Just go ahead and wait a couple days, wait till the regular release date, because, like I said, if you buy the Battle Pass, you're not going to be able to buy the next Battle Pass with that Battle Pass. You only get a discount on your next Battle Pass, so it's almost pointless, in my opinion. I don't speak for anyone else. In my opinion, I think that it's worthless. You could take the free track and get the free items and get the items from the game. There's no sense in spending $10 every single 3 months just to get optional cosmetic items. Again, that's just my opinion. But overall, I definitely recommend the game. Unfortunately, I only had about an hour to play today. I will definitely be playing some more tomorrow. I'm looking for more people to play with, so please add me. Again, I put my gamer tag in chat. So I will see you all tomorrow.